is up, everybody? I'm Kendra Smith, the Maverick Girl. We're doing some Naya elves today. Naya elves, did I say that really? Jeez. Let me restart that, everybody. Hi. I am Kendra Smith, Maverick Girl. We're doing some Pauper action tonight. We're playing some super sweet Naya Slivers, big meaty hooks. I'm super excited for this. I just need to get some links out here real fast. And we'll probably just give it a few minutes. We'll just kind of talk about this list a little bit. So basically what happened this weekend is we had two tournaments going on Match Online. We had the Pauper Challenge as well as the Pauper Championship, which is obviously the event that players who won or top-8'd the format playoff events earlier in the year all qualified for and were able to play in. So, the one challenge was a little bit on the softer side than normal. We had about 60 players. It was a 6-rounder as opposed to the usual 7 rounds. And there was a bit of spice in the mix. I ran into a few interesting decks. That is not going to be up on YouTube here, but you will see some pretty sweet. If you want to go back and check out my replay here on Twitch, it's up on there. Just some music might be a little muted. So, with that having been said, though, there was an interesting top. We actually had like a lot of Tron or something in the top 8. I can't remember which one was which, but I think the challenge had quite a number of like Tron lists. So, what actually won it? Surprisingly, this right here. Naya Slivers. Naya Slivers took down Tron twice. Fogtron twice. One was against Diego Brando. He also is on Twitch as a streamer and has, I think he has a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I'd have to check with him. But he was playing Tron, and I watched one of his streams after I finished mine on Sunday. And I watched him just get his face just annihilated by this deck. And it went, hey, Eltsby, what's up? Thanks for the follow. I'm back. How we doing? Awesome, awesome. So, I'm just talking about my deck, talking about his deck here and what happened. So, here's how the deck went, right? Okay, cool. If you can link that, that would be awesome. I'll try and drop that in later. So basically what happened is the Slivers player went Plains, Sidewinder, Sliver. Then they went Forest the next turn, played Predatory Sliver, attack with Sidewinder, no big deal, with 1 point of damage, or 2 points of damage. Then they went the following turn, didn't play a land, missed a land drop, but they played a Plated Sliver and a Virulent Sliver, and attacked with the Sidewinder and the Predatory Sliver, which dealt 2 poison damage and 4, regular points of damage. The following turn, Diego didn't play anything else, and we saw them go Winding Way for land or for creatures. They played a Forest and played another Virulent Sliver. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the Virulent Sliver ability stacks. So what happened then is they attacked with the Plated Sliver, the Sidewinder Sliver, the Predatory Sliver, and the original Virulent Sliver, and dealt a total of 8 poison damage and just 1. There's another thing somewhere. I'd have to look it up here. But basically, the player, I'm trying to look it up right now. Here it is. The player won against M. Lovebo, who's also on one of his Tron lists. And there was this many poisonous triggers. So, quite a lot of action going on there. Hey there, XY, how are we doing? Hope you're having a fantastic night. But, that's the long and short of it. Slivers is pretty simple when it boils down to it. It's just try and pump up your Slivers as quickly as you can, as beefy as you can, and just swing for as many points of damage as you're able to. And it's got this new, spicy new attack of Blade Black Sliver. Thank you, Negative Skulls. It's got Blade Back Sliver. There it is. If you're Hellbent, then Slivers you control have tap it and it deals 1 damage to target creature, or I'm sorry, excuse me, target player or planeswalker. So, if the Fogtron player is, well, fogging you out and you can't attack them like that, you know what you just do? Boop, 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 and just slowly ping them down. It's basically like how Viridian Longbow acts in Elves, but in creature form. So, I know this might not be the most exciting video or stream for a lot of people out here. Slivers, it's pretty simple, you know. It's not the most exciting, but I love Slivers. I love to play them. They won a freaking challenge, which I think they maybe did once, like a long time ago, or at least the Slivers decks were like top 8ing, like once or twice. But I want to do a league. It's probably going to be a pretty quick one, but I think I want to have some good fun. I'm ready to jam some Slivers. I think this is the last league before we move into the new season of Theros Beyond Death. So I'm pretty excited for all of that. And so let's kind of dive right on in, shall we? Hopefully we get a nice match really fast here. So what are you, all of you, speaking of Theros Beyond Death, are any of you all excited for anything really cool from Theros? I got a lot. I think this set's really exciting. I'm probably going to have a set review coming out either this week or next week. I have a lot of articles I've been working on, so I'm not entirely sure which one's landing tomorrow, but wow, this is a good start. Okay. So I have to see what they play first. Okay, Snow-Covered Island. So I think we want to go Sidewinder Sliver here. Because now we can bait out some counter magic. Or not. That's going to get countered. Yep. Alright, so I think based on how this is turning out so far, I really want to see a land. It's probably not the land I wanted to see, though. I think I'm going to attack. And play this plated or Sidewinder Sliver and try and bait out any magic, counter magic. We're gonna go Winding Way. See if they have a counter. Yeah. Oh no, Ash Barrens. Sure. Snow-Covered Swamp. So I'm wondering what version of this deck are they on. So HJC has a long history of playing like Dimir Flicker, like Dimir Control kind of decks. And with the new Dimir Delver list, they might be on that sort of deck. Let me see if I can resolve this Gemhide Sliver. Probably not. Oh, hey, we got there. Echoing Decay. Sure. Alright, so now I'm curious as to what we're going to start seeing going on. What's up, Jen? How are we doing? We are playing some slivers, just getting started here, so here's hoping we can make this work. But I'm feeling pretty good about this so far. We're out of Echoing Decay range. So, curious to what we're going to see. Agony Warp, that's interesting. Okay, I'll take it though. I'm going to go lead the Stampede here while the shields are down. Oh, that was a nice one. Sinus Sliver going in for a lot. I actually like how his deck is feeling so far. I don't know why people weren't so big on Gemhide Sliver for a long time. This card just feels really good here with when you've got Lead the Stampede and Winding Way. Delver... Gurmag Angler? Yep. Trying to think of how deep I want to go in on this. I just want to play out the slivers. Triple flanking means, like, if they block any of these creatures, they just die. So, yeah. So they're trying to give it this one last turn, see if they can hit something good. We'll see what happens. What does the sideboard look like here? Okay. Well, we're just going sideboard anyway. So, there's not really that much I can think of here. I think we just run it back. I could see maybe Standard Bearer as a way to, like, soak up some removal. But that would be it. Scattershot isn't good enough here. Prismatic Strands isn't really that good. Hunter Sliver is solid, but it's not great. I think that we just run it back. Yeah, that was a big maybe on the Sidewinder Sliver. Or, I mean, the Standard Bearer, rather. And I'm just going to be like, nah. Sand is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, Hunter can hit Delvers was my thought. But I don't think that's really where I want to be. So I'm just trying to go with it like this. And hopefully I can draw planes. Or I see a mountain. I mean, I guess the mountain's okay with the blade back in my hand. I'm gonna keep doing that. Blade black. Well, they can keep up the counters, but I've got the creatures for days here, so. And we found the plains. Okay, so they're putting Counterspell back on top. Jeez. Make him have it. Yeah. That's what I thought. Do we have a snuff out? Sure. Hit me with that counterspell. Let's go. Ponder, alright. So they're going to draw their counterspell, but I don't think that should matter too much. Gurmag? Sure. I think I just have to pass here. Okay, so put Deprive. And I don't know that they drew the counterspell, but they probably have the counterspell. So if I attack, they go to 9. Or they take 9, they go to 3. So they go to 3. They obviously block one of these two. My creatures all become 2/2s. So I should be able to hit them for lethal next turn, assuming no removal. And we know that they have a Deprive on top of their deck. So I think we just attack. Because my money's that they've got Counterspell in hand and then Deprive on top of their deck. Then it's just a question of what is their last card. What is the unknown in their hand? Yeah, I don't think we have much choice either. We know that they just have counter magic for days coming up here soon. So this is definitely a risk, but it's a calculated risk. Oh, cool. Thank you. I didn't even know that there was a Sliver Facebook group. Oh no. Snuff out. No. Alright. Danger zone. Let's go for more forest here. Oh, Black Dove, thanks so much for the bits. Heck yeah. And the follow, thanks so much for that. We're, as I normally say, welcome to the elf ball, but not elves, so Gotta come up with a new name for that. Because I'm doing a lot of streams nowadays where I'm not on elves like I usually would be. Oh my god. I'm grabbing planes this time. Play the planes. Pass turn. Tragic Lesson. So we got Tragic Lesson, Deprive, probably Counterspell. And Evolving Wilds. If I play that Lead the Stampede, it's just going to get countered, so I'm just going to play out this Plains. I play whatever, really. In Pauper, I generally play a lot of elves. I'm generally known as, like, kind of like the best elves player, or one of the best, I should say. I don't like sounding like, I don't know, like high and mighty or something, I guess, if that makes sense. But I've also been dabbling in other formats. I recently played a bit of Maverick and Legacy. Obviously, I'm the Maverick Girl. That's why. That's where that name comes from. No. That's not what I want. I'm going to go to the next game here. But yeah, I also played a little bit of Hogak. I've been playing some Pioneer recently. So I've been dabbling into other formats a bunch. And I just love playing Magic. So... Oh, this is really good. I actually had a Xena meme somewhere on my computer, Facebook, whatever. Xena's a freaking throwback, though. Ash Barons, yep. No Echoing Decay one time. I think I just want to attack and play just Lead the Stampede here. Because if I play the Predatory Sliver, something's going to die. Whereas if I play Lead the Stampede, nothing probably dies, at least at this point, and then next turn I can try and snap off some creatures. I think I like that plan. And even if I hit the red ones, or like the blade backs, and even a Hunter Sliver, I can Ash Barons. Yeah, they have the Echoing Decay. Okay. I made that read right. So, if we hit a red one, we still hit this. Oh, this is great. Excellent hits. I'm trying to think about how I want to do this. That's disgusting. If I play both Variant Slivers this turn, it opens me up to getting just destroyed by Echoing Decay, so I'm not going to do that yet, but next turn, oh, I'm doing it. Alright. What are they doing? Essence Scatter. That's interesting. It's even more interesting considering they knew we had the Muscle Sliver. And they found the stuff out. So, that's annoying. Alright, so they might counter this. No. And that's even the counter. And then most of Sliver's probably gonna get hit with Snuff Out. I'm super okay with that play. So, it's a little annoying that I can't play this blade back here yet, but should be able to do that on this next turn, so I'm not too concerned. Mystic Sanctuary, so they've got a Swamp in their hand still. They're grabbing Snuff Out, putting that back on top. I'm not going to play this blade back yet. I want to try and get as much damage through as I can while I'm able to here. Kind of let the blade back be like the cherry on top, sort of. So, we know that they got a Snuff Out on top and a snow-covered swamp in their hand. 2 unknowns. This feels pretty good. Especially since we have all this gas in our hand. But it's going to depend on what their hand and what their draws look like. Exactly, creatures on top of creatures. Alright. I don't know what they got, but I'm just going to throw it all down. They've got to have another removal spell of some kind. Agony Warp, maybe? Echoing Truth. That's some gas plays right there. Still kind of just limping along, though, so this might do it. Anything? 2 cards on bottom, draw a card. Probably thinking about it for a second. And there we go. So we're 1-0 so far. This deck's doing pretty well for us, so. I like it, I like it. But it's great that Slivers is like kind of making a bit of a comeback right now. I absolutely love playing Slivers. Slivers was like one of those tribes that when I first started playing the game. So, Bladeback Sliver is 2 mana, 2/2, Hellbent. And if you have Hellbent... Actually, here, let me just put it in here. What? There you go. No problem. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you are all having a fantastic day. or evening, depending on where you're at. Awesome. We're gonna actually have a match this time? We are. Oh, Paulo Cabral. Cool. Oh. I don't know about that hand. That's a mull, I think. No. We're on the draw. We can probably hit some... We'll either hit some creatures, most likely. I think this is fine. The fact that we have Lead the Stampede, the fact that we draw a few extra cards, we have our lands. Oh no. Elves. Our arch nemesis. Please show me red mana. Anytime now. I'm still in danger, but... Whoa, this is a good hand. I just really need to get that Hunter Sliver on the board. Vanguard, sure. Grizzly? A man after my own heart. Over here, everyone. Alright, God, I don't think I really want to be going in on this Muscle Sliver. I think I want to be casting this Lead the Stampede. I'm not finding what I need, so that's unfortunate. Post board, this is pretty easy. Our sideboard becomes, we bring in two standard bearers and the Hunter Slivers. We could rely on Prismatic Strands, but I think we don't want to cut too many cards and, you know, really thin our deck out too much. So basically, we're going to switch the Hunter Slivers for the Blade Backs, because the Blade Backs don't really do too much against elves. And standard bearer probably cuts the third Blade Back. And one other one. Maybe Plated off the top of my head. That might not even be right there. We'll see. What's up, Josie? How are you doing? Yeah, I saw you were drafting. How's that going for you here? Hope you are doing well and crushing some opponents. What did they reveal off that? Lanamore? Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. So we got one unknown in hand. I'm guessing it's probably a Distant Melody. If they haven't played it yet. Yeah, so they're going to try and go in on Grizzly here for a little bit. Nettle Sentinel, okay. And then they're just going to use that another time here. Kieran Ranger. I'm probably just gonna die. But we're gonna see what we can do. So this whole time I've basically been sitting here trying to hoping that I could hit Gemhide Sliver and or Ash Barrens, or even just natural drawing the mountain. It's probably not going to happen. I'm probably just dead. I'm just going to scoop, actually. I'm not going to sit here, because there's not really any way I can get through all of this at this point. So we're just going to do, like I was saying, 2 Standard Bearers, 2 Hunter Slivers. We're going to cut these blade backs because they're not as good. We want the Virulent Slivers because they allow us to push through for a win, even if our opponent has, like, Well-Wisher. The more I look at this, I think we just end up cutting a not a Sidewinder, a Plated Sliver. We still want our Lords, but, you know, I want the Sidewinders because it makes it easier for me to kill their creatures. So it's pretty cut and dry. We'll see how this one plays. That's a mole. That one's a much easier mole. And this is an easy keep. Okay. So how do I do this? Virulent Sliver into Gemhide Sliver into Sidewinder Sliver. Yeah, that seems right to me. Heck yeah. Alright. So now we're building up. Picking up some steam. Alright. We're going in really hard now. So we probably are pretty well off here. Just depends on what their hand looks like ultimately, I think. Yep, there's a distant melody. Oh. Now melody. Alright. Yeah, definitely not boding too well for us here, but... Ooh, Huntmaster is rough. But we're on the poison train, so... That's really good. Now let's see what happens here. Making them do some crazy blocks. And that did that, so see how this goes from here. Do they have another melody? They found a Vivian's Grizzly, and that was it, so... And there's a melody. It means the rest of their hand must have been lands, or they had a bunch of nonsense. Yep. I'm thinking I'm just dead. I think I screwed up. Because I also basically threw away my Gemhide Sliver and I didn't math correctly. So I think I'm probably just dead. Because they're also going to get that Vanguard up to a point now where it's basically I'm going to have to block it or I just die, which means I'm probably just going to die. Red? Oh, Valka Invoker. Yeah, I'm wrecked. Alright. On to the next one. Oh, hey, that was fast. Tarte. I've played against them before, but it's been so long I can't remember what they're on. This hand is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, exactly. We tried. Burn, looks like. Yeah? Yeah. So, Hallow becomes our card of choice here. How's it going, Hauler? We're having a great day. I'm getting wrecked here a little bit. Alright. Go for some green mana. Let's try and get there. I'm not super hopeful, but we're gonna try. Thermophmus is solid. I'm gonna block here. I've got a feeling I'm gonna get kind of beat up on this next turn, but I'm gonna try. See what we got. Oh, Curse? That's it? Sure. I need a Lord. Or Sidewinder. So I think I'd go for Winding Way to see what I can hit. So I think my play is just play Virulent Sliver and Blade Back, or just play the two Blade Backs, actually, I think is the right play here. I'm still probably just about to get destroyed, But I'm going to try and see what I can do against them. So, okay, if they're going off of Thermal Alchemist, I'm probably just dead. Yeah. And Burn continues to prove to be just one of the most obnoxious matchups ever. So this is actually pretty easy. I'm actually going to cut the Blade Backs and the Hunter Slivers. I'm going to definitely go up these 3 Hollows. I also want to go up some number of Prismatic Strands. I don't want to go up too high, but I want to go up some number. I think I want to cut Elite the Stampede. And probably... Yeah, let's cut 2 Gem Hides, actually, and I'll go up to the full 4 Priz Strands. We're not trying to cut any of the white Slivers, because obviously we need to be hitting them still, but... I think my play starting out here is Plated Sliver. Yeah, Hunter could have taken out the Thermo was kind of my thought process, but we got some Searing Blaze, yes. Let's go Virulent and Sinew. So they may not want to kill the Sinew Sliver here, but we'll see what they do. Okay, so they did. I was hoping for a plated. But on the plus side, they're using all of their burn spells at my creatures, so it's harder for them to really make get a hit in properly. That's really good. So I'm definitely going to leave up that Prismatic Strands, and we're going to see what happens. It's arguable that I actually should have gone for upkeep Prismatic Strands. Dead Boy Live, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Elf Ball. How are we doing? Alright, so they just scooped it on up. Seems like we played this right. I'm arguably just kind of want to cut the Gem Hides entirely and just bring in the Standard Bearers as well. I mean, at that point, I wonder if we're maybe not cutting the Slivers too dry, but I think that's kind of what I want. Both keeps the removal at bay, taps for the Prismatic Strand. Seems pretty solid. Zimify, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Alright. Seems fine. Start with Plated Sliver. And then see what happens from there. Drawing all the lords, at least. Huh. Serum Blaze this? Really? That's aggressive right there. Opponent taking a super aggressive line. I really want to see a land on this next turn. Because I want to be able to play another Sliver and then play Standard Bearer. Ah. The Pauper God's answer. Well, if I did, it wouldn't kill them. So... Sure. Alright, so we're going to see what happens here. They've got the Rift Bolt. Are they going to have enough to kill me? If not, then they're dead because I have the Muscle Sliver. Oh, they're trying to kill my creatures. That's an interesting turn. Please lead the Stampede. Those are some great draws. Alright, we're gonna see if they can get there. Can they do it? If they have 2 bolts, like actual bolts, they win. Because it's 4 damage on each of them, plus the 1 damage from the Thermal Alchemist. I guess we got it. So sweet. 2-1. I was actually expecting a bit of a tough time with Burn there. And they had to be on the ropes there for a little bit. So I'm honestly a little surprised that I was able to get there. But we got there, so, I mean, I'll take it. So, got 2 more matches to go. We'll see how this goes. But so far, 2-1, not too bad. If we can see a 3-2 at the very least, I'll take that. 3-2 would be very good. Some of these Elves leagues that I've been doing, we just keep running into, like, the worst matchups for Elves, like, non-stop. So, it's been really hard to get a positive result recently when I've been playing Elves. So, seeing this bunch of decks with this has been a bit welcome. Burn's just weird. Okay. Again, I'm used to playing elves here, so I just typically have a terrible matchup against Burn to begin with in elves. But Sliver's a little bit less so if I'm able to get my lords down, so. Oh, absolutely. It's interesting that I didn't hit a single strands or hollow in Game 3, and I hit none of the hollows in Game 2 and only one strands. So, we'll see how this plays out this time around. Kit, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Elf Ball. How's it going? Hope you are having a fantastic day. Oh, man. That just sounds crazy. We didn't get the match, though. That's... ugh. Yeah, I do have ways to beat the wipes, but it's just rough. Alright, do you have a match this time? You know, this makes me wonder if, our lovely little, No, we got it. Sick. I was about to say, is this like our wind traders that we were dealing with before for a little bit? That's an okay hand. I wish it didn't have two blade backs, but I like this hand. I'm really hoping that's not what I think it is. What? Soul Sisters. Let's go. What is this gonna be? Kinda can't wait to see what goes on here. It's been a hot second since I saw any Soul Slivers kind of decks going on. Alright, so I attack with the two Sidewinders, yes, or the Sidewinder and the Plated, but hold back on the Virulent Sliver. So I don't want them to just double up the Quicksands on the Blade Bat, or on the Virulent Sliver. Raise the alarm, sure. Oh, there was a preliminary today? Nice. Alright, I would like to see a Gemhide Sliver or an Ash Barrens. I think a Gemhide Sliver would probably be a bit better, because then I could play out the Blade Backs and have Hellbent. Well, they tapped out their Quicksand, so I'm definitely going all in. Now they gotta be careful about what they're doing, because they can't They probably want to hold back their quicksand still. I don't think I can win this turn. Muscle Sliver is really nice. You can really push through some serious damage this way. Yeah, we're gonna have to force some blocks. Okay, so that's interesting. So they blew their stuff on the sideline. I wonder if they're just gonna take the hit. Yeah. All right, so now we're in business. So if we draw into a Gemhide Sliver, we just win the game. With red field, yeah. No. Alright, this is still fine. Let's attack. They have to block each creature, so... I think we're pretty well off for this, this match. Did they draw a creature? Prismatic Strands? Anything like that? Nope. So, next game. Alright, so... This is weird. So, I think I cut these blade backs, but I bring in the Hunter Slivers. And I probably want some number of Prismatic Strands, but I don't want too many of them. I think lead the Stampede and one Gemhide. It's probably a good cut here. Because we still want to go as high as we can, because we want to avoid those quicksands and such. But we want to make sure we can push the damage through. This is a good hand. I like this. I thought about the Archer, but I don't know how many things they have. Plus, they're running Lumithread Field, which makes it harder for me to really push through... or makes me yikes. Calm down, calm down. Lumithread Field makes it hard for me to hit the creatures with the Scattershot Archer. Got there eventually. Alright. So now let's see what they got now. We got Ash Barrens. So I think next turn is probably a Winding Way. Depends on what I draw, I think. Journey Nowhere? Sure. I don't really care about that too much. So actually, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go for Muscle Sliver and then Ash Barrens at their end step. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forest, or I'm going to grab a forest. No, I'm going to grab a plains, I think. Just because I've already got a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, let's grab plains. Especially since I run less of them in the deck. And I'm going to do the forest anyway. So I'm going to tap these two since I already have a Sinew Sliver guaranteed. We're going to try and hit creatures. We got a Hunter Sliver, so we're in business. I'm not going to hit both of their Squadron Hawks just yet. Do they have... Oh, Remotion Rally. Wow, they got me. Alright, so in this turn, do I just hold up the Sinew Sliver? Feels like. Or hold up the Prismatic Strands, rather. Alright, we'll see what happens. And no. Alright, so we managed to stick that out. Let's see if we can get there. Moon with red. It's obnoxious. So, upkeep, go get another forest out of the deck. Just a minor bit of thinning here. Since I've already got so few cards in my hand, I want to do this now. Try and draw less lands. That didn't really help, did it? So I got no cards in hand either, so... This does bode pretty well for me, at least. On that front. I'll take it. I basically don't need to use this Prismatic Strands until they basically, you know, threaten me with a big hit. One and one. Yep. So slowly poking away at their creatures. I'm feeling pretty good about this. There's the Battle Screech. Okay. This is nice and easy. We know they've got no cards in hand. So it's basically just... kill some creatures. And I can attack with the Sinew Sliver as well and hold back. Oh, and they just gave us the match. Sweet! So we were on a positive rating. Awesome. 3-1. Sliver's putting in the work today. You love to see it. Unstoppable. There you go. You got the right idea. And don't forget, everybody, I'm going to have this up on YouTube pretty soon. Do I have my YouTube thing? Do I have a thing set up for this? Apparently not, so give me 1 second, everybody. I'll get you hooked up with a link to my sweet YouTube channel. It's just a bunch of stream replays, more or less. A few things that I have not posted, or that I did not stream. And there you go. There's a sweet link if any of you want to watch some excellent Pauper matches, a lot of Elves content specifically. Well, that's the right channel to follow. So, you know, you can go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the stream and you're brand new. You got the little follow button up top. Your call. But it's always very much appreciated. So, all right. So what do we got here? I like this hand only because it's got the blade backs. We should be able to hit just about anything out of our deck, so I'm going to keep this. It is a little bit risky because we don't have anything like clear cut, but I like what's going on. I can use the forest too to bait him out, to make him think that I'm playing elves when I'm not. Okay, they're on Bogles. Vocals is easy for us, because then we have Strands and Standard Bearer post board. So we have a lot of answers to what they've got going on. I actually do. I recently put out an entire primer on Pauper Elves. It's 5 articles. The one that is listed right there is an actual sideboard guide. So please use it to your liking, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright. I'm just gonna try and spit out a bunch of elves, or a bunch of Slivers Pauper elves. Just got elves on the brain, apparently. Alright, let's see what they've got going on. They're clearly stuck on their lands, so I might just actually want to sit here and build up my board a little bit more. And just, like, ignore the Bogle until it becomes a threat. Another Ethereal Armor is a bit problematic. Oh, and they got Rancor. Okay, so I'm just dead. Sick. I'm gonna take it here, and then see what I can do on this next turn, but I'd probably just die. Found 2 Lords. So I'm just going to pass it and see what happens. I'm going to have to do some amount of blocking. It's just a matter of how much I'm going to have to do here. My hope is that I can get away with just using the blade back, but we'll see what happens. Well, now I'm dead. Favor of the Over being a sweet tech, and I approve of anybody who's playing Bogles that runs it. So this is easy. Standard Bearers and Prismatic Strands. Blade back and Hunter Slivers are terrible here, so we're going to cut some Gem Hides back. But we actually like some number of Gem Hides too. If only because they kind of let us spit out enough creatures to be able to slow them down a little bit. Yikes, no forest. If we had a forest, this hand would be god tier. I almost want to keep it and try and draw a forest, if I'm being honest. No, I'm gonna mull that. Oh my god, that hand is so bad. I gotta... Oh no, it's 2 forests. Okay, I see the second forest now. That's a lot better than I thought. Sidewinder seems kind of bad here, so... That goes on the bottom. We get a Virulent Sliver. And even if we lose this, that's fine. Because we still end up with that 3-2. Yeah, positive ratings. Alright. Alright. Alright, Deck, show me the goods. That's not quite showing me the goods. I'm just so wishing that we had gone back and had 1 forest in that opener. God, that would have been so good. If it was one of those planes was a forest, hell, even in Ash Barrens, would have been slower, but at least we would have kind of gotten there. I think if I was on the draw, I might have kept that hand. Colony Garden. Are they gonna start suiting up the plant token? Abundant growth? Sure. That told me that they didn't really have very much going on here. Maybe the ethereal armor? Nope, Ash Barrens. Alright, so let's see some gas this turn. So, found the land for the plated sliver. But I don't think I want to cast it just yet. I think I want to attack and go in for the lead the Stampede while I'm able to. And then next turn just go do machine gun out creatures. And I think I want to play the planes first just in case I need it. Okay, so they didn't block with the plant token, so that especially tells me they need it to suit up their creatures. Or they need it to be able to suit up, so... Okay, we found a bunch of good stuff here, but no... no standard bearer, so that's a little unfortunate. So what's my play here? 2 forests, play Gemhide Sliver, and then probably just try and spit out as many creatures as I can. So it'll probably be Plated Sliver, Sidewinder Sliver, and Predatory Sliver. Either Predatory or Senior Sliver works there, probably. So I'm smelling an Ancestral Mask myself here. Curious how far they're going to go on this. Four mana? What are they doing with 4 mana? Army Cloak and... Unbridled Growth. Probably just sack the Unbridled Growth at that point. Standard Bearer, 1-time deck. Plated Sliver. Do I just want, like, as many Plated Slivers as possible? I think so. So let's see what I get dunked with here. Like I said, it's probably going to be... there's an Ancestral Mask coming my way. Yep, totally called that. Do they have Ethereal Armor? No, Lifelink. Well, that's fine, considering I'm on the... Poison plan. Wonder if they're even gonna attack. I'm just gonna take that here. I don't see any real plus to me not. Bingo! Alright. So just need to be careful with how I do this. I'm basically just going to attack with the green slivers. This way I can leave up the Prismatic Strands as well as enough blockers that I should be able to kill the plant token. So cross those fingers. Cave of Temptation. They pretty much have no choice but to try and go for this, right? So they're just gonna try and pump up the plant token, and I'm gonna win this. This game, anyway. Still got one more. Nah. I can't kill it, so I'm just gonna go strands. Landfish indeed. How's it going, Steve? And that's a scoop? No? Boom. If I played the Sinew Sliver, I actually would have killed them with damage before the poisonous triggers went off. So that's pretty sweet. Let's see what happens this time around. I think I'm just going to run it back. A lot of Bogle's lists have been running Fling, so I kind of wonder if I almost didn't want Hollow, but I think it's fine. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I like this hand, if only from the standpoint that it finds us everything we need. Gemhide lets us take off a little bit, so... And if I see Virulent Sliver turn 1, then we're just super in business. Blade Cover Scout? Sure. Oh, and I got the strands? That's gas. Strands is great, because that'll give us time to set up our board. Right? I see a bunch of decks today that yeah, a number of decks today that were running the Snowlands even without everything else. So all they've got in their hand is a forest and an unknown? That's pretty good for us. I might even consider just casting the Prismatic Strand, or holding up mana for Prismatic Strands. Depends on what they do here. Bogle. Anything else? Just a Rancor? Okay. So if they draw a Mask, it goes up to 11. Possibly puts me in danger zone, but I think it's worth the risk. We found a virulent sliver. I think I'm just going to play out Muscle Sliver here. If they get an Ancestral Mask, then I pretty much just have to block their Slippery Bogle. Or they just draw a Glade Cover Scout, and I say, okay. Yeah, I'll take the 5. That's nothing here. How hard do I want to do this? Yeah, let's do it like this. I don't want to go too crazy just yet. Because I want to make sure that I can have this Prismatic Strands up this turn. But then next turn I get to go off, like, really hard. So we'll see what happens. You attack, I'll drop the strands. I think we're in a very good position here, though. Yeah. We're definitely now in the commanding position. I think I'm going to go for the Lead the Stampede here, weird as that might sound. That's good for a couple reasons. Mostly because we can get more creatures out, but also in case, if I drew too many creatures, then I just discard a Prismatic Strands, and then I have one in the graveyard, so I can just keep spitting out creatures. But I think we're very strong favor to win this match now. I'm not even gonna... Well, yeah, I'll block still. Yeah. There's no reason not to. My one thought is that they probably have, like, favor of the Overbeing on that Slippery Bogle, which might pose a problem, but not really. Or they just have a Ledgewalker. Even if they had a Flaring Pain, they don't have the mana for it. So yeah, I don't see a world where we lose this. Because even if I attack out, I'm holding back a Sinew Sliver. If they block only two of my creatures to try and hold back their Ledgewalker, they still take lethal damage anyway. If they lose their entire board, then they're just dead because they lost their board. So that should wrap it up. And they lose. Awesome. So we are going to end this at a sweet 4-1. Heck yeah. So we got some chests to open, everybody. I'm stoked. I'm ready to open some chests. How about you all? 4-1. You love to see it. So let's go. Let's crack a few chests, shall we? Alright, we got a Sanctum Vugan, Tithe Taker. Sanctum's might be a tiny bit because it's being played in Pioneer. Pitiless Horde and Antiquities War. Nothing spectacular. Cabal Stronghold and 35 play points. I always take the play points because of how much I play. Aegis Angel and Scepter of Fugue. Man, these packs are kind of stinkers. Graven Cairns, and 35 more play points. So, I mean, if nothing else, I basically just converted these into, like, 90 play points, which is roughly about the price of the chests. And I've got a couple of cards, but I don't think Graven Cairns, Cabal Stronghold, I don't think any of those are really, like, money or anything. Tithe Taker is played in Standard a little bit, and Sanctum is a tiny, tiny bit. So, yeah. So at least broke even a little bit there, and got some more play points. I will always take the play points. So Shadowmoor, yeah, Shadowmoor's like nothing. So all right, everybody, that's gonna, I think, wrap it up here for me. So I'm gonna do my general send off here. First off, I've got a sweet Discord. You can go ahead, join it, hang out, throw me some deck ideas. I'm gonna be doing more than just Pauper going forward here. But I definitely wanted to give the nice little... I want to give Sliver some love tonight, especially after winning the challenge. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm always very active on Twitter. I talk about Pauper, anything, hit me up. I will do my best to answer. I'm very busy, so I'm not always able to, but I try. I also want to give a big shout out to cardhoarder.com, my sponsor. They make all these streams possible. Without them, I wouldn't probably have a stream. So, they are fantastic for if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, anything Magic Online related. They have an excellent loan program if you don't want to necessarily spend a ton of money buying cards. Highly recommend them. And I've got articles over on CoolStuffInc.com, so be sure to check those out. Obviously, I've dropped the line, or I dropped the link earlier, but I'm also going to put in my YouTube, where you will find replays. If you're on YouTube right now, link, like, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever. Every little bit helps. So I want to say thank you all so much. I'm going to go find somebody cool here to raid in just a second. And we'll go raid someone cool doing some cool things. I'm going to raid my buddy Ricky Clarko, who is streaming some Super Mario World speedrunning. He's trying really hard at it. He's doing pretty good, so if you're interested, give him some love. He's a good friend of mine, one of my co-workers. So get in there, give him some love. I will catch you guys really soon. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and have a great night. See you then.